Welcome Dr. Ken Yip, Chairman of Asia MarTech Society. Let's welcome Ken. All right. And next, let's welcome Alina Udina, Managing Director, Quantum Leap Strategy. Let's welcome Alina. Welcome. And next, let's welcome Cindy Zhang, Executive Director of Gobi Partners. Let's welcome Cindy. Hi, Cindy. And next, let's welcome Vincent Leung, Global Head of Digital Brand Marketing, Lensing Group. Hi, Vincent. And last but not least, let's welcome our moderator, Dr. Frederick Hatch, PhD Finance Director, Lumiere. Let's welcome Dr. All right, so over to you, Dr. Hatch.
Thank you.
Oh, hi, everyone. My name's Ken. Obviously, I'm a big fan of Web3. That's why I'm here today. In particular, I'm very interested in what I like to call the new ABC in business, which are AI, blockchain, cloud, and data. And I wear a couple of hats. I'm currently an associate professor in business technologies, as well as the chairman of the Asia MarTech Society. On a corporate level, very quickly, I sit in a couple of boards and several companies, including 2 universities. I'm also currently the strategic advisor for Netherlands, which is a Web3-based focused VC firm. And very quickly, on the personal level, I like reading and writing a lot, and I've published 2 books. And academically, I'm currently a research professor. And guess what? I do a lot of research in the domain of Web3, including the metaverse. So just to very quickly to give you a brief idea of what I do, right? So in terms of metaverse, I don't think it's a brand new idea. It's basically just a virtual world with things and people. And I'm sure all of us here have experienced it at some point in the past, especially through online gaming. But the real question I'm trying to address is, as a virtual world, just how far and how real can we make this virtual world become to a point where one day, potentially, someone like you and I could live forever to achieve immortality. If you think about it, it is actually quite possible. Let's say if we upload all of our memories and cognitive functions, and store it onto a cloud database, and you can connect it to any type of metaverse or virtual world. And providing you have a limited amount of data and storage, or if money is not an issue, potentially, any one of us here could, live forever, which is a very intriguing and daunting prospect at the same time. But for today's purposes, I'm
Order basically. Ken, you want to add?
Yeah, I think the key word here is the virtual world. So to me, right, metaverse, the basic principle of metaverse is to provide a virtual world that allows people to interact without being in physical proximity. And it's made available through a lot of the latest Web3 technologies, such as blockchain, VR, AR, and it's driven by the cryptocurrency as an economy or as a market. And I think currently the potential application in business is enormous. I think broadly speaking, there are 5 different domains that metaverse is currently being used. So it all started off with gaming, online gaming. So allowing multiple users to interact at a large scale. And then we had COVID, so a lot of the workplaces make use of these type of technologies through workplace interaction. That's education as well. A lot of the classes were done online during COVID. And marketplaces also, which allows people to buy and sell digital assets online. So that's where all the NFTs and the hype come into place. And lastly, there are the events. For me, right, I'm also a marketer as a background. So from a marketer, I believe events are probably provides the most potential, because I think metaverse has this ability to either recreate an experience or at a more advanced level to reinvent an experience that's not possible in the real world. So especially during COVID, one of the hardest hit business or industry, I would say, in events are music concerts. But thanks to the metaverse, concerts in metaverse are now making millions and billions of dollars for artists all around the world. And it all started with the Marshmallow concert back when COVID first hit the United States. So at the time, basically it was a virtual event hosted on a very popular online game called Fortnite. So it was kind of the first of its kind in its nature. It was a massive success. So for example, over 11 million people watched the event live, and over 60 million people watched it on YouTube. And that was only just the beginning. And I think a little over a year later, I'm sure most of you heard of the name Travis Scott, also ventured into the metaverse space and doing concerts. And what Travis Scott proved is that these type of virtual concepts can be very, very, very profitable.
Got it.
I mean, just like real life events, right? There are merchandise to be sold, and lots and lots and lots of it. So like posters, T-shirts, phone case, and what have you. And with the help of Web3 and NFT, a lot of these merchandise can now be sold as a digital kind of asset and in limited editions.
Got it.
Not only merchandises, you can also buy different skins or different dance moves.
Fantastic.
In the game. Yeah.
Good. No, that I think that, and sort of give us, and I know it's a hard task, like a 2-minute summary of where you think this is going.
I'll make it short. I think in terms of the metaverse or truly decentralized metaverse, I think there are two elements that businesses and brands that need to be aware of. Yeah. One is, unlike anything we come to understand in this world, right? To have a truly decentralized metaverse, we need to make sure that no one or no single company, government, or platform actually owns it. It should be owned by all of its users. So no single entity should control the metaverse, which means the users or the citizens within the metaverse are expected to have control over all of their digital assets, including their contents and the privacy data. So which means to be successful, we need to encourage all these users to create contents with you, and also to allow content building easy, fun, and rewarding. I mean, just not emotionally, but also financially, so that we can allow them to monetize the time and effort they put in it.
Got it. So you would be saying like decentralization is really the ultimate goal of where we're heading and where we should be heading.
I think there's still a long way to having a fully fledged kind of decentralized metaverse. There's
Yes.
a number of technical hurdles. I mean,
Right.
starting from the very fact that we don't have, as of today, right, an online infrastructure that could sustain millions and billions of people using metaverse at the same time.
Right.
So there's still a long way to go to having it being a mainstream platform.
Cindy, would you agree to this? Like the companies that you're